Brilliant skill from Lionel Messi. Surging forward with real menace here. Brilliant from Messi. Oh, what a goal that is!
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of 4 Minutes Added Time. This is Param Kothari, and I'm joined by Vedant and Shanky Shival. Today, Sam missed out because obviously Chelsea got embarrassed again. But no. Jokes aside, he'll be out for a bit because he has some work and studies problems. So anyway, we'll move on. The three of us will move on. Let's start with last week's fixtures. Let's talk about, I think, a very controversial match, which was Brighton versus Manchester United, because it looks like I hate on Manchester United every episode, but I will not accept anyone telling me that they were not dominated by Brighton on that day, because Brighton dominated them for 90 minutes and like they were outplayed by Brighton out of all teams. I don't know how, and Brighton deserved a draw at least, but United, as they always do, somehow get a penalty in the end. It was a fair penalty. I won't say anything about it. It was a fair penalty. If my team would have, it would have happened to my team, I would have taken it anyway because it was a fair penalty. But dude, I haven't seen it anywhere after the final whistle. The referee goes, checks, and says that it's a penalty. I've never seen it. Like, I hated it because of United, but it was fair. So I can't say anything about it. But apart from that, if I was a United fan, I'd be worried. So let's talk to a United fan and ask him if he's worried. Shanky, are you worried?
Okay, fine. Let me get the pros out of the way in the first place. We got over the line. We got our 3 points. But the performance was shambolic. Absolutely shambolic. I wasn't happy with it in any shape or form.
Thank God.
Yeah, but the thing is, at this stage of the season, I think 3 points are more important than the performance itself. So
correct.
I was happy with it. But tactically, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was... How can people defend this? I don't know. I have no clue, but it was kind of embarrassing for us. But it was very clear that our players weren't fit enough in that match. But that shouldn't have happened. In the end, 3 points is all that matters. Yeah, so I won't complain too much. So hopefully, we just start going from here now. So let's see now.
I mean, to be honest, not really surprised that the winner of the game was Bruno Fernandes. I mean, come on. I mean, who else? It was written in the stars, guys. I mean, think about it. I mean, I was like, really? I mean, but like, okay, I mean, sure, they got the result out. And I'm not really surprised with the result. It's just the way that it happened, considering how, they were dominated by Brighton throughout the game, as Param mentioned. But Shanky, like, do you think, like, if they're struggling so hard against Brighton, like, they're barely making it? And I'm not taking anything from Brighton. They're a really good side. I'm not saying they're a small team. But what I'm saying is, with this form, do you think United can survive? Like, top 4, top 6? Like, what do you think?
Of course we can, because we have the players. The thing is, the difference between Brighton and United was that Brighton is a properly coached team. We weren't coached. We have class players, but then it's basically freestyle football. So,
I'm sorry, but this is too
we
funny
can get over
for
the
me.
line. See, when you agree with me on this, actually, we have good players, but then they are playing on their own. It is basically an individual piece of brilliance. That's what happened. But one very good thing about the match was that we played so bad, but still we got the 3 points. So
exactly,
we can do that. So that's a good thing, I feel. Param, please carry on.
That's exactly what I was going to say, because like I've seen my team play horrible for some of last season's games, and we still got the 3 points. And I know like people will say, oh, they played shit and whatever, but you still got the 3 points. That's what people will remember at the end of the season. They won't be like, oh, you lost to Brighton or you played horribly against Brighton. But yeah, like the performance was shambolic, but it's just the start. No preseason, as you said before. So I don't know. I'm not judging United till after the international break, and that is when I will actually start judging United. Till then, I can enjoy laughing at them. Yeah.
Plus the 90th minute winner. It's like back to the old times again.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway.
So I absolutely loved it.
Moving on.
Anyway, moving on to the next fixture now. West Brom versus Chelsea. Param, you have anything to say about this now?
West Brom, Chelsea, shocking. The only word I can say is shocking. They came back, obviously, like I was expecting them to come back, but going 3-0 down to West Brom, first half within 30 minutes, that is
Oh,
a joke.
Exactly.
Like, that is a joke, like, legit a joke. And Frank Lampard was left speechless by West Brom. Like, it wasn't like West Brom were dominating or creating chance after chance. They had three good chances and they took them, and Chelsea were rattled. Thiago Silva was rattled. Welcome to the Premier League.
Yeah.
Like, they can't laugh at Gerrard anymore. So,
Yeah.
no, but like, it was embarrassing for them, but like, credit where credit is due. They did come back and they did somehow manage to get a point. And West Brom, they actually bottled it. Like, no one was expecting them to be 3 goals up, but still, like, when you're 3 goals up, you're supposed to defend that lead. Like, 3 goals is a very big lead to give away. So that's what I
exactly.
feel.
Yeah.
Like, warning signs for Chelsea, good signs for Chelsea. I don't know. I'm not judging like too much, but yeah, Vedant.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea's defense was in complete shambles. I mean, I saw the performance in the first half, and Alonso and Reece James were not tracking back. If you notice the first goal, the right flank was
Yeah.
completely open, and like Param said, they took three chances and they capitalized on the mistakes. Thiago Silva, the howler, he seemed like he was lacking confidence. I mean, and the first
Yeah.
thing that I think even Sam mentioned this before, that he shouldn't have been given captaincy. I feel
Oh.
like the very first game,
Yeah.
like I feel like
Yeah.
that was too early.
Yeah.
I mean, he has experience, sure, but I mean,
This is the Premier League.
exactly. So I mean, now he realizes how tough it is to adjust to the league, and I hope Lampard takes something from this result. But again, like Param mentioned, no, taking nothing away from West Brom, I think they gave a really good fight, but like it was a roller coaster game. They did do good, at the same time they balled it up. So
Yeah.
that was really embarrassing in my opinion. But a good point on Chelsea's was the exciting talent that stepped up. Like all the three goals were scored by all the
Yeah.
youngsters,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mount,
Yeah.
Abraham, and Odoi. So it was like good to see.
Yeah. So it's safe to say that West Brom are going down now. That is for sure. After that
100%.
performance, I'm pretty sure they are going down now. But I have one question for you guys. People slate Oli so much for being tactically inept. What about Lampard? Just because he's English? No, you guys have to be unbiased about this. Just because he's English, he's getting a free pass on this. That's what I feel.
See, I've said this before, like, however, like, bad Ole might be,
Yeah.
Lampard was given the job only because his name is Frank Lampard and what he did for Chelsea.
Exactly.
He didn't get the job for what he did with Derby or whatever. Like, he was decent, whatever, but he's not worthy of managing a team like Chelsea. Like, right now at least, he's not there yet. And his arrogance, and I don't know where he's getting all his arrogance from. Like, talking shit to managers like Mourinho and Klopp, who, like, they are Mourinho and Klopp, man. You can't talk shit to them. You're Frank Lampard, you're a kid. Like, you might have done wonders as a player, but as a manager, you're still starting out. And, like, compare it with, like, as you compare him to Ole, Ole at least, like, he, like, somehow he's more capable as a manager than Frank Lampard, because Lampard, he's just bought so many players and he's not being able to manage all of these players, according to me.
Yeah.
It'll take time, maybe, I don't know, but that's what I feel.
Actually, I disagree with you about the point where you said that he was talking trash to Jose and Klopp and all of them. I feel it's a good thing because he's owning up to him, right? So, like, just because they talk shit to him, he can't just stand there and look at them. So, it's kind of a good thing, I think. But I agree with you that he is getting a free pass because he is Frank Lampard, the Chelsea legend. Anyway, let's move on now. So,
Yeah.
VAR struck again at Spurs versus Newcastle. So, Param, you have
Yeah, no,
many
so
thoughts about this match?
no, like,
Yeah.
it was again a robbery for you. Like, we were talking about Mourinho like 2 seconds back, and like he was
Yeah.
angry. Like, he was literally he walked off the pitch, like, in a very typical Mourinho fashion. He walked off because, like, and I kind of relate to him a lot because,
Yeah.
like, what is happening to the game of football, man? Like, hand, like, you just, like, attackers will start kicking the ball and, like, they'll start aiming for the hand now instead of the goal. Like,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
taking football down to the shits. And, like, Spurs actually dominated the game. They deserve to win, and Newcastle somehow, even I don't think even they were expecting a. Even Steve Bruce himself said, like I'm not like I don't know how that was a penalty, but obviously I take it because my team got a draw. Like that's what he said in the
Yeah.
interview. So that just says a lot about how uh, VAR is like kind of killing the game. But anyway, too much about VAR. Let's move on to my favorite match: Man City versus Leicester.
Yes, it has to be.
5-2. Are you kidding me? Leicester scored 5 at Etihad, at Etihad. Like what? And they
Yeah.
dominated. Like okay, they didn't dominate. Okay, sorry, that is my bad. They
Yeah.
didn't dominate, but they took their chances and they got the penalties which they deserved. Like for a change, VAR worked and they deserved the penalties. And Vardy with the hat trick, like he loves scoring against the top six. So and
Yeah.
City with Eric Garcia, he looked like a kid,
Peter Cech.
like a school kid. He was like a school kid lost in the park. Like he didn't belong there at all. And now they got Ruben Diaz. So I don't know how that's going to change, but I don't know, man. City looked dodgy to me. Vedant?
Personally, it was a really shocking result. I mean, you guys were rated to be a thrashing of City, and I didn't really take that result in the last week, to be honest. I thought that City will trash Leicester and they're gonna, use their
Same.
squad depth. But man, I mean, shit, 5-2. I mean, I think it's really funny because 3 goals of penalties, all conceded by defenders, and both the fullbacks and Eric Garcia. And I feel I'm not going to defend City. I never defend City. I never will. But I feel like the only reason that they lost the game was because they had this new partnership, which was never seen. Like this is a new partnership, Ake and Eric Garcia. They never really played before, and they lacked a leader like a Vincent Kompany or a Laporte. I feel like in a tactic perspective, right? I feel like City are doing pretty good in the first half because they were playing two pivot with Fernandinho and Rodri. Rodri goes out after half time. Fernandinho goes out after half time.
Yeah.
And Rodri was the only one covering the centre backs who were inexperienced, like I said. So they were completely, taken aback by Leicester's pace. So credit to Leicester, they had only 28% possession and they took their chances. And Jamie Vardy was having a party. So it was.
Yeah. So a few taking points about this match are that, fun fact, City spent around 350 million on the defense and still have a shit defense. And Nathan Ake isn't as good as you think he is. Please, can I complete? Nathan Ake isn't as good as people think he is. Number 3, Pep Guardiola is a fraud. I've been saying that for a long time. You guys never understand that. And most important, do you guys think after David Silva left, you can see the frailties of Kevin De Bruyne now? Because Pep started playing 2 CDMs in that match, I think, and he's been doing that for a while now. So Kevin De Bruyne didn't look good in that match for some reason or the other. I don't know why.
I'll give you the reason.
So yeah,
I'll give you the exact reason without surrounding with any kind of shit. The reason is Raheem fucking Sterling was playing striker. He didn't have Aguero or Jesus to make those runs, and Sterling is not capable to he's good on his day, but Kevin De Bruyne needs a striker like Aguero and Jesus. They were unlucky with the injuries, I won't lie. But yeah, that's what I feel. That is the only reason Kevin De Bruyne looked a bit low. Yeah, Shanky.
See, the thing is, I feel Pep plays a certain way, and Kevin De Bruyne fits perfectly into that system. Basically, he goes inside the right flank and whips and crosses. That's his he's known for that now. So right now he's playing centrally for City, so you can see the faults that he has in his game. That's what I feel. I don't know. I may be completely wrong on this. I'm a big fan of Kevin De Bruyne, but then I could see the mistakes that he can make in games because I don't think he's like a Thiago Alcantara kind of a player who can dictate the game or like a Fernandinho basically. We'll see what happens with him now, but I'm worried about City. Not worried, I'm happy, but then worried.
No, I get your point. I get your point, and De Bruyne and Thiago are different players. They play different roles.
Exactly.
But anyway, I'm not comparing. But 1 second, I'm not going to skip past the part where you just called Guardiola a fraud. please excuse me. He just won. He won back-to-back Premier Leagues. I hate him with a passion. Trust me, but you can't call him a fraud. Okay, I understand. He like without a good team, he can't do shit. That's what like that is your logic. That's what I know.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
like I don't know. I can't call him a fraud for the type of football he plays. I don't know if it's the players or his coaching or I don't know. Like it doesn't fit in my head like that he's a fraud. I don't know. Like I'm
Yeah.
still like on the balance. So I don't know. Vedant, what do you say?
I mean, but what I do agree with Shanky is like when you spend 350 to 400 million
Oh,
on a squad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, dude, come on. I mean, again, I'll obviously be a kind of biased towards Klopp because I've seen what he's built over the last 5 years.
100%.
And if Klopp, I'm not saying if Klopp can do it, he should do it. Everyone is different in their own ways. But I feel like $400 million. I mean, come on, man.
It is not just the team; it is the defense. Only the defense.
Correct.
He spent about 350 million only on the defense. So that is a joke, and that is a disgrace that he still has a shit defense. Mendy, don't even get me started on him now. And Nathan, I don't know what's going on at City now. So let's move on now to the big one: Liverpool versus Arsenal. So two Liverpool boys over here. I'm not going to praise them at all. You guys know that. So please, guys, carry.
I'm excited. I love talking about this game because I was genuinely shitting my pants when we went 1-0 down, and like so we have a group chat, and I was constantly like saying, and Shanky, I don't know why he likes to use reverse logic somehow. He's like, oh no, Liverpool will score, but I was shitting my pants. I was like, no.
He fucking does it always, dude.
I was like no chance, but I was very worried that we were dominating so much, and Arsenal somehow went and scored like a lucky goal because of a Robertson mistake. So I was like, dude, we need to get back, and like within 10 minutes, we were 2-1 up. So that was a very, very, very big turning point of the match. So and yeah, we literally dominated them in the midfield. And then Xhaka couldn't cope up with Keita and Fabinho and Gini because our pressing was something else. It was like Arsenal players fucked Liverpool players' wives, and they were angry.
Yeah.
Like they were literally every ball they're chasing, and they were under pressure. And I wouldn't blame Arsenal because usually they'd be final down by the time it was halftime, but they did cope up kind of with our pressure. But that mentality, if that would have been applied to any team right now in the world, they would have lost. Because like I'm not just saying it because it's Liverpool, but I saw it and like in the moment, obviously I was nervous because I wanted to beat them. But like in hindsight, I've seen the replays and all of that. We were fucking mad. We were going crazy. Shanky, what do you think?
Hell yeah.
I won't praise you all too much, but then it's safe to say
Please
that you guys are the
Please
favorites.
do, bro.
To say that you guys are the favorites again.
Shut the fuck up.
It was a completely dominant performance by you guys again. But a big talking point about the match is that, and be unbiased about this, should Sadio Mane got a red card in that match for the red
100%. It was a red,
right?
Clear red.
Could that have changed the game?
Obviously, Mane is our most important and influential player. So it would have changed the game.
Yeah.
And like we can't do anything about it. Not me, not you, not any Liverpool fan.
But
exactly. In the end, it was still 11 versus 11. It was still like that happened in the third minute. The whole game was yet to play. So like that wasn't like a very big. Obviously, the red card would change the game, but they still had a game to play.
Yeah, I feel even though that should have been a red, I feel you guys still would have won the match because that performance was that dominant. So anyway, I'm not going to praise you guys more. So Vedant, please carry on.
Never the easy way, is it? That's all I have to say. I mean, the way I didn't expect us to keep a clean sheet, to be honest. I knew that Laka or Oba were going to score, but the way they did, it was not fun to watch. I mean, with Robertson making the mistake, it was pretty shocking. But
he scored.
Completely, he scored and he made up for it. Yeah, exactly. So really satisfying to watch the game. I mean, gegenpressing at its best. I mean, we completely suffocated them in their own midfield. I mean, we weren't giving them any room. And I feel like the best 2 moments of the game or of the whole game or the match were our debut boy Jota scoring his goal. I mean, I was written in the stars. I mean, I was like, dude, left foot, right foot. I mean, I'm so excited for the guy, dude. I mean, he can play anywhere up front. and I can go on and bore Shanky to death. But and the best part was Jurgen Klopp ending Roy
Ah.
Keane's football pundit's career on national television. I mean, that was just too good. I mean,
It
wow.
was a misunderstanding, but the way he came and
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
it
Thank
was a
you.
mis.
Thank
Like,
you.
we love obviously the fact that he took Keane's case, but like the way he went at it, that was crazy. Anyway, I have one more point to add about the match was we kept Oba quiet somehow, like, and that is not an easy thing. We kept Oba quiet. He wasn't getting a lot of, he wasn't getting too many runs inside, and we kept Aubameyang quiet, which was like the biggest threat Arsenal could have for us. So yeah, and Jota obviously scored. So I'm happy overall, Shanky.
Tactically, the most impressive thing about you guys was that I mean Arteta in his post-match interview brought this up that if a team like surpasses the Liverpool midfield, Van Dijk like for some reason just throws away a long ball. I don't know how, and it's so pinpoint. This I don't get it. So tactically, it was a masterclass by Klopp, like the way he handled Arteta. But yeah,
This was a very dominant performance, like, and like that too without Thiago. So like, I'm not being too cocky. Like we are going to have a lot of hard games. We will, we might lose one or two games here and there, but I don't see us like, I see us as a good challengers for the title and for the defense of the for last year's title. But let's see, a long season to go. Anything can happen, any injuries, anything. Like any team can start a good run of form. So let's see, that's what. So that's it for this last week's fixtures. So yeah, moving on to next week's fixtures. Let's just run through the predictions and what we guys think will happen this week. So let's start off with Chelsea Crystal Palace. I don't know. Like I think Chelsea, like after last week, they'll come back with a win. But Crystal Palace are in good form. But I see Chelsea winning 2-1, like close.
I personally feel that this match is going to be a draw because Palace have a very good record against the Big Six away from home. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 in this one. But yeah, Vedant?
I think it'll be a really close game. So I agree with Param's prediction. It'll be a 2-1 because I feel like I don't see either sides not conceding. I feel like Zaha in particular and Chelsea's young squad has been in good form. So yeah, close game. Moving on, Everton Brighton. This is. I don't like talking about Everton, to be honest. I mean, I hate to say it, they're in really good form. I feel Everton will win this game, 3-1, only because of the attacking talents with James linking the plays behind.
Yeah, no, I think what you said is like kind of like bang on because Brighton, however good they were, I don't think like they'll be able to continue that throughout the season. Leave like
Yeah.
forget this match. So I think Everton will win 2-0. 2-0. Yeah, I'm going for 2-0 for Everton.
Hmm.
It's actually surprising that we are still predicting Everton wins and they're unbeaten till now. So yeah, I still feel this is going to be a win for them again, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 on this one.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next one, Leeds versus City. I personally feel that Leeds is going to win this match. I don't know why. I'm getting a feeling. I'm going to go for a 2-1 on this one. So
For Leeds.
yeah, so it won't be surprising. Yeah, for sure.
I agree with you that I don't see City really. I mean, I'm sure Pep is gonna motivate them after that loss. But Leeds is not a team to be taken for granted, and I feel like they almost they almost outlast us at Anfield. So they're not one of those teams to be taken lightly. So I feel that it would be it'll be a 2-1 Leeds.
Wow. Like I don't know why I'm surprised, but I'm kind of surprised by we all predicting City losing. But anyway, I think Leeds are good, but I don't think they'll be able to I don't know why I rate City so much, but I think City will win 3-1. So yeah, anyway, I don't want to talk about it too much. Moving on, next week, next fixture is Leicester versus West Ham, and now Leicester, they've been unbeaten this up till now, and West Ham, they've been very okayish, but last match they beat Wolves 3-0 or 4-0, I don't know. So which is very good for them, obviously beating Wolves and keeping a clean sheet. So I think it'll be a good match, and I think Leicester's winning streak ends now. It'll be a 1-1 draw. Shanky?
I personally feel that West Ham is one of those teams which is going to go down. I don't know why, but I think this is going to be a complete battering in this match. So I'm going to go for a Leicester 5-0 win.
Wow.
Nice.
5-0.
I think that's going to happen. I don't know why. Because, Vedant, please.
I'm sure you have Jamie Vardy in your fantasy league, bro. You're so confident. No, not denying that Leicester are going to win, but not a 5-0 thrashing. It'll be probably like a 2 or a 3-1 to Leicester. I feel like West Ham are going to also score some goals because they're in good form. So 3-1 on my side. So moving on. Next fixture, we have Arsenal Sheffield. After getting whooped against Liverpool, I don't know how they're going to come back against Sheffield, but very, 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 logical. I don't see Arsenal losing this game. I feel like it'll be probably 2-0 victory for Arsenal, in my opinion.
I think Sheffield haven't won a single match till now, right?
No.
Am I right?
No,
right? So I think this is going to be their first win. Or at least a draw. I personally feel that. I don't know why. Because they have to win this match because they just can't be a one-season wonder, man. I have big hopes for them. So I'm going to go for a 1-0, like a very light win for Sheffield United in this one.
No, so I think after watching Arsenal very, very closely last week, I don't see them lose. They held their own against us. So I don't think Sheffield will be any different. And I honestly think it'll be a battering for Sheffield, because Arteta will be pissed off.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be a 3-0 thrashing, Arsenal 3-0. Anyway, moving on, let's move on to the champions of last season, Liverpool, Aston Villa. I don't want to be too cocky, but Aston Villa, they've played 2 matches only and they won both of them. It's high time they lose one now, and so I think it's a perfect time for us to play them. And Thiago's obviously out for this one too, but we played well without him. So as long as we have our complete front three and a midfield and a defense fit, I don't see Aston Villa creating too many problems. I really want us to keep a clean sheet, so that is why I'm going for a 2-0 win for Liverpool. Yeah,
see, you guys know I hate predicting Liverpool wins. But I am not talking. Listen to me. Just listen to me at least. I'm saying you guys have to draw points somewhere. Like I have to predict something different, right? This week my predictions are either going to be really bad or it'll be a masterstroke because our predictions have been very, very different to you guys. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one.
I don't.
Vedant, do you hear any boning? I smell boning.
I've been sensing this. Bro. I've been sensing.
Out here. Disgusting.
I've been sensing this since last season, bro. So don't. It's not the first time.
Vedant, go on.
We can already guess what my result is going to be. Obviously, I'm not going to say Aston Villa is going to win. I mean, come on, Shanky. I mean, sure you're biased.
I never said you were going to win.
No, not win, but all I can say is Aston Villa is a good side. I would love to keep a clean sheet against them because we haven't got that last game. But I think it'll be a 2-1 to Liverpool. So moving on to the biggest game of the weekend. Biggest doubt, we'll see. I mean, they're not too important. Mid-table fixtures.
Mid-table fixture. Yeah, One second. No, please. I'm not hating. This is too much. I'm not being too biased. Hating United.
Guys,
sorry. It's a good team.
If any United fans are watching this, please just go to Param Kotari's Instagram and start abusing him. I'm telling you guys now because I can't take this anymore. This is 2-on-1 right now and I'm very fed up of this.
One second. I take it back. It's a good top 3-4.
Or possible Red Devils should be the champions. You never know.
Shut up. Oh my.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. So this is the only big game for the weekend, and it will be an interesting one considering United barely got out of the Brighton game, and Spurs, got snatched away with those 2 points at Newcastle. So I let Shanky speak as to what he thinks, but as a prediction, I feel this would be a draw, in my opinion, because I really can't say one team is good because both of them have been struggling in some ways or the other.
Yeah, no, but exactly, like I don't know if this fixture could go either way. Like, it's very like in the balance, and Mourinho, I think he'd love to, stick one up United's ass. Uh, Hopefully he should, but I don't know. Yeah. Like United can turn up, and they have the firepower, they have the attacking force, they have the midfield, they have a very good
Yeah.
fucking team. Like I'll be honest, like if they turn up, Spurs like they won't stand a chance. And and like a very very big factor in this match, Spurs played last night. Spurs are playing on Thursday, and then they're playing directly on Sunday. Like that's too many fixtures, and Mourinho is already moaning about it. We've seen that. So I don't know if that's going to play in United's hand, and that is the only reason why I think United will absolutely dominate them, because Spurs will be tired, and I think United are going to win this match 3-1 with a good performance. Yeah, because I don't want hate from United fans because they can be very annoying. So yeah, just have this one man going.
So no, bias aside, I feel that this match should go either way, because this is absolutely ridiculous that Tottenham are playing 4 games this week. It is a lot. Like I understand what Mourinho is saying, so he has the right to moan, I feel. And one more big factor is that Son is missing for this match. So you guys forgot that. Plus, the amount of trash talking Jose and Ole are doing right now. And you guys know, when Jose starts making excuses, it's not good for the team. So I do think that we're going to win this match, but then I won't be surprised if he pulls off a Jose Mourinho masterclass, park the bus and hit us on the break, and we can be caught on the break. On the break. Like our defense, you guys know how good it is. So, but hopefully our players are fit, because we have a Carabao Cup game coming up. So, yeah. So I'm just going to go for a 3-1 on this one too. I feel it's going to happen. Yeah. So guys, we have come up with a new thing in which we will be discussing like the player of the week and the bottom job of the week. Like this will be happening every week. So yeah, Param, what do you think? Who do you think is a player of the week for this week?
Can we just come to an agreement and give bottle job of the week every week to Shanky? Just I don't know, like just give it to him, man. He's he keeps undermining Liverpool for some reason. I don't know, some reverse psychology. He's a bottle job.
It could have been that easy, but then you're supposed to name a player. So yeah.
You are one, but anyway, let's move.
Who is the player of the week, Param?
He's regretting so much coming into a conversation with two Liverpool fans. He's like, fuck,
No bias. I think bottle job of the week was I think the referee against in the match Brighton versus United. I don't know. Like I would like that refereeing performance was kind of
Brighton versus United,
and both actually.
Fine, fair enough.
VAR. I think I'll give the bottle job to VAR this week because there have been too many VAR incidents. I don't know, because I can't find a bottle job player in certain I'm open to discussions.
VAR, right? So, yeah, I think even though the Sadio Mane decision, it should. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
because you brought up United, right? So I was just making a point. Yeah, for me, the bottle job of the week. This is actually pretty tough because there are a few contenders, but I'm going for Marcus Alonso for the wonderful performance against West Brom. So yeah,
I mean, Sam wouldn't deny what he just said. He would love to go on a rant if he was here about Chelsea's defense. I would. It's not fair to say Thiago Silva. I feel like he made one mistake, and the eyes on him. I'll agree with the Shanky with picking Alonso because we've already seen how wonderful he is protecting the back line. But yeah.
So it's basically 2-1. So we'll give it to Marcus Alonso then.
Yeah. No, mine was just as I couldn't think of anything.
So player of the week, this is pretty easy for me because there was only one standout player. For me, it was Jamie Vardy for this week.
Agreed. Completely agreed.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
100%. Scoring a hat trick
Yeah,
against Man
yeah.
City is not easy. Like obviously there was a penalty, but he still has to score that. So I think and he's living rent free in the top six sides heads. So he scores every time when he plays us or any top six team. So yeah, man of the match performance, man of the week,
There were
in
only
fact.
two
So yeah, Vedant.
matches before this when a player has scored on hat trick against the Pep side. First, Lionel Messi. Second, Jamie Vardy in 2016. So he's rewriting history again. I mean, it was interesting to see. I mean, banger
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah. To be honest, now that you guys brought this up, for me, bottle of the week, I'd like to change it. I'm going to Pep Guardiola. This one. Yeah. That
Ooh,
could be, So
ooh,
I
that
agree,
agreed.
100%
damn.
So
agree.
he's a bottle of the week. And player of the week is
Agreed.
Jamie Vardy.
No, so yeah, like even Pep looks like a
Yeah.
bottle itself. So yeah, suits him well. Bottle job. Anyway, that's. I think this is it for today's episode, and we see you guys soon with another episode next week. Thank you. Bye.